What's going on, everybody? Hope everybody's doing well. I'm going to switch to the big screen real quick so you guys have a chance to take a look at me real quick. Sorry. So, how's everybody? For those who are seeing me on LinkedIn and also on Facebook as well, this is my first live for SaaS Development Lab. My name is Howard Trey Tibbs, aka Trey Star. I am the owner of SaaS Development Lab. So I'm gonna explain couple things today. Before I get started, I have a presentation that I'm going to present for everybody here. So the reason for this actually is just because I was part of the Millionaire Fest last week, and I had a presentation of this very nature. And unfortunately, it was removed due to copyright infringement. So it was, I believe, it was because of images that were on there or something like that, which is weird. I'm not sure the whole reason. So what I decided to do is I have decided to make a new video or a live stream. It's going to be a new video here, and I'm going to provide this to show you guys what I basically presented to you guys, or would present to you guys, um, had not be had I've been on the actual Millionaire Fest live stream. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and get started, and let's go ahead and go to the presentation side. So hopefully you guys can see it. Let me see if I can make this a little bit bigger. I'm going to actually take. If you guys want to chat, you can go. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to see everything. So I'm just remove the overlay for right now. If you guys have any messages or anything like that, just let me know afterwards, and I'll try to get back to you as soon as I can. So yeah. Anyway, so this presentation I have here is the product market fit mastery. Accelerate from 0 to 100 subscribers in 90 days. Again, this was my presentation from the Millionaire Fest. I wanted to express my gratitude to Jen Clark for providing me with the platform to speak on yesterday or last week for this presentation. So wanted to go ahead, you guys. This also will, yeah, we'll be cutting it a little bit as well. Sorry about that if the connection is off. Hopefully it's good. Looks good. So I don't like keeps losing. One second, what is this? Verify sure we're good. Keep saying it's offline. Just see something. Okay. Verify 1 sec. Undo. Oh wow, what in the heck? Oh man, this is bad. I don't know why this is acting up on me today. Dude, why is it? Hey guys, give me 1 second. I have no idea why this is happening. Why is this? This is really weird. Hey, wait, there we go. Now we're cooking. Yeah, good. We're back. I don't know what that was all about. Hey guys, sorry about that. Ran into some technical difficulties. All right, it looks like we're good now. All right, so let me start again. It's good to get these out right, and see what works, what doesn't work now, because can see in the future I could be doing restreams in the future. So it's good to see what's working, what's not working here. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the presentation and just go get started. So bear with me 1 second as I bring up to the. There we go. Now we're good. Okay. Now without any further ado, product market fit mastery. Our system 0 to 100 subscribers in 90 days. So in terms of SaaS development lab, things that we have in tech, many people are startups and they're on our early stage and they're looking to just get started in the industry and trying to find their niche in whatever industry they're in tech, whether it could be anything finance, it could be in cybersecurity. We've heard the whole Meta, Facebook, Instagram situation that happened down. So those are things that happen. These things happen frequently. So you have to be very prepared for it. But one thing you have to set yourself up to the right direction is when you are focusing in your very first stage, trying to get to your product market fit. We're going to talk a little bit more about it and just go ahead and get started. So, as if this is really slow. There we go. And essentially, what we're going to talk about, we're just going to give you the introduction of product market fit and where to place your business, your industry, or product or service into product market fit. We're also going to be validating your SaaS idea. Once you have that market that you're looking to get into, validating your SaaS idea, getting out there, this is worth to build even further. The next thing would be acquiring your first users. This is one piece too, because you want to know that you have people that are you vote. They vote with their dollars. They vote with this tool helps me in my everyday life. Those are the things you want to put out there in the forefront. And once you have those working dollars, and then you get that, that's when you know that you have something special. And then when you get to that point, now you'll be able to duplicate it because it's working. People are putting money into it. Now it's trying to scale that to 100 subscribers now. Very important there. And then finally, we're going to talk about is iterating based on feedback, focused on now that you have all this, you have to have a constant feedback loop of always improve your product, always improving what you have so that you're able to enhance it, scale your business, scale your life, scale your future. I think that's the best way to put it. We'll also have questions and answers and questions at the end of this. And then I have a special offer for you guys for those who stay on to the presentation. So let's go ahead and get started, man. And it's really slow today. I don't know why. There we go. All right, so we're going to go a little bit into product market PMF and what. Oh my goodness, sorry this issue. Sorry, I skipped a tab. Ah, the slowness is really bothersome. There we go. Now we're where we want to be. Sorry about that. All right, so now we're good. Introduction to product market fit. So you want to understand what it is, and what it is a core harmony between your product and your market, and it's vital for startup growth. Yeah, this is the most important piece. I mean, this is something where product market fit basically is you have a product that is out there. You're looking to solve a problem. You're looking to solve an issue in the market right now. You have an idea of how to solve that problem. You put it out there in the market to see if this is something worth paying for. And then not only you're getting a profit off of that, but you're also seeing this is something that's worth to build upon and make better. So that's basically what the PMF is. And when you look at PMF, these are the most important pieces you want to start off with opening any business. Every single business in this country, in this world, we've all gotten to this particular point where it's an idea. We want to get that idea and expand that idea. So every single company has to do it, doesn't matter what. And you have to start from this core foundation. If you're just building a product, what you like to do or what have you, you're not really building it correctly. So you want to get to a point where you're building it to get it out there in the open and see if this is worth to be built upon. So with that, of it, it's the foundation of stability. It's the foundation of scalability and influencing those key business metrics and that go along with the importance of it. Scaling when you first get started it's not going to be stable. You have to continue to pivot, continue to go that direction. It's not going to be where you want it to be. But with the constant importance of focusing on that, this is going to help you to figure out where do you need to make your changes. If, like I said, if this is worthy, and then once it is worthy, better. Now you have to see based on your metrics, what is going to make those metrics increase. I think that's times you can, if it's like churn rate or things like that are churn people that either unsubscribe off of your service, or you want to decrease that. That is something that you want to make sure. Hey, if I want to decrease churn rate, I want to make sure that I'm able to make those are KPIs, key performance indicators, and you want to set so that you're able to get to a point where, yeah, there you go, get to a point where now you're able to just go continue to go up, and then from there too is that not even what you with start off bootstrapped, where they're building their product, they're building to a point where they can work organically. Sometimes you can go and get an early investment from a venture capitalist. We'll talk a little bit about that. But more importantly, you want to get to that point where in the company, so that you're able to spend it on investments, different things are going to continue to make more money. Once you build that money, it's time to protect it and make it bigger, which goes also to challenges. You'll always have to overcome iterative turning into market feedback, and it's very important to start this off in the beginning. Just because the market can be finicky, you may not focus on the right market, you may not focus on the right sub market, you may be in the wrong state, you might be in the wrong country, might be in the wrong, I don't know, the thing too. You may like look at it now. There's a lot of people that had ideas for AI, and 7 years ago, where it wasn't really a thing. But with OpenAI and ChatGPT out now, you know, at this time will be an opportunity for them to bring it out now. So just keep that in mind. And then furthermore, with that and going into that, you want to have a strategy. To my previous point there, having a strategy to get to a point where you're able, that's not necessarily to predict the market, but to adjust to what the market tells you, and what to adjust to the trends, adjust to the market, and adjust to where you can pivot your product or okay. And that does include market research, which you're going to be doing in the beginning frequently, because customer discovery, that's the surefire way to making sure you know what you and then more importantly, what we want to get into too is MVP testing for alignment. And MVP testing, or minimum viable product, is a way to build a product as lean and as minimal as possible, so you can get it to a point where you see that this is work, you see people are buying into it. Now this is something worth uh, building. Let me go to the next page. Hopefully it doesn't go anywhere. There we go, we're good. So validating your SaaS idea. This is what I was talking about with the MVP. But you're gonna, before you get to that MVP, you want to go to do market research. And with market research, you dive into data. You're establishing that data to understand the demographics, psychographics, the needs, behaviors of your potential customers. Very important. You want to make sure you establish that. Everybody wants to build a product for everybody, but if no one's paying for that, you're basically going a direction where you're buying, you're putting nobody wants. Nobody wants. So to have that, you want to build something that, make sure you focus towards a particular group of people, or a certain demographic of people, so that you're able to build it and be able to solve a problem that they have, and then expand on that. Second thing is going to be user personas. User personas, your craft and detailed profile customers, and it's very important to do that, because once where you get to understand to um, demographics, psychographics, needs, and behaviors, you can craft that particular profile, or what's called an ideal customer profile. With the ideal customer profile, one is, give me one second. Give me one second, guys. Sorry about it, guys. I'm gonna have to cut that out. So, let me just get back into this. So, talking about user personas. So, with user persona, and then you're essentially getting to a point where you're customers are starting to get to a point where you're getting commonality between your customers, or commonality between your ideal audience and clients, and then essentially, you get to a point where you want to, create that ideal persona profile that you're able to. These are people that you're looking to sell to, right? The third thing would be competitor analysis, and this is where you're going to examine competitors to find gaps in the market and opportunities for differentiation. Same thing here. So sometimes you can essentially get into a point where um, you can get to a point where you've already have uh, competitors in your market. Now you want to essentially get to a point where the market already have a fan base, already have people that are already in it for what you're doing. Now you want to essentially get to a point where, if say for example, they might not see something in there that's somewhere where you can leverage and be able to create an issue or problem that people are not seeing with those products to get into yours. So those are things you want to get into and look into when you're essentially getting started. Leveraging the competitor analysis. Looking at reviews, looking at other platforms, looking at different social media platforms, be able to kind of gauge how the people feel about these particular products. And then most important things that I look at when I do this is when I help people out with one-on-one training is feedback loops. And feedback loops is essentially where users and for insights, finding your target more real feedback. This is the most important piece you want to get with your business, because when you do this, these are the ways that constant improvement of your base, your platform. You're building a foundation, but if number one, if you don't know if you're wanting your product, you won't know what to do. If you're creating a feedback loop, you get to see what you want to add, want to remove, to keep in mind of things like that. These are things that are going abreast to the market, and also to the end are um, utilizing your product. So let me go ahead in the next slide here. Okay. So acquiring your first customer. So with you looking to develop the MVPs, this is where the MVP comes in, where you're looking to pre-launch your MVP. You're looking to get it out there, seeing what problem everybody's having. I'm building a product. So when you build a minimal viable product that tests the core functionalities and minimum little resources to free almost. You're not using a lot of resources, which is causing you to have to pay up front for something that costs a lot of money to test it out in MVP. Again, you want to make sure it's something that's functional. You can see the idea that you're trying to do. Some people I've seen products where it's just only screenshot, or like only of pictures of like mobile, or on a, what is it, a desktop. You see different pictures that people are able to navigate between different buttons. Some are actually the website. There might be different website pages. Some of them are small apps or do-it-for-yourself apps. You get that set up. Does that make sense? So that's essentially what you're looking at. Just keep that in mind. Okay. And as I mentioned before, gather feedback. When you gather feedback, you're using insights to evaluate the product's appeal and unnecessary adjustments, and essentially getting that initial feedback to be able to analyze it and start to you know adjust to the market, to your work. When you look at the MVP, that's going to be heavily rely on that. That's very important that you heavily rely on that feedback. So that's something that you definitely want to make sure that you're taking advantage of. Third thing is going to be analyzing the market fit. So you want to understand, realize if this product meets the general need within your identified market. So you have an identified market. You may have something that you're looking to create. Is the market looking at your product and you're saying, yes, this is something that's worth building, or this is something that's not worth building, or this is something that don't really make sense. Maybe we might need to adjust the wording, might need to adjust it to it so it's making more sense and making it seem more reasonable understanding so that a 5-year-old can understand. Those are things that you want to look at when you're analyzing that market mind, and then iterate it quickly so you can adjust it based on that feedback. So you can back, look at it, analyze it, and then you're going to adjust to what the new feedback is to make it and see if this is something that now looks better. So you have to constantly do that. It's actually, if you guys, I know some of you guys that are watching this, some of you guys may be looking into from a project like the different methodologies when it comes to project management. Like there's the waterfall, which is from point A to point B to point C, the traditional way project, and throughout the entire process, you are going through every milestone until it's complete. Then there's the agile milestone methodology, or where this is where you have a product, you have it go through what's called a sprint. Once it's out there and you're getting feedback on it, what happens is that with that sprint, you're you're essentially bringing it back. You fix that, go through your system, address that issue, come back, test it, and then put it out there in the market. This is pretty much kind of the same mindset you want to have, where constantly going out for feedback and back with the changes. Think of it this way: if there's a glitch in your actual product, this is a great way to report. And then once you report it, then you report it, make the change, fix it, and report and document it, and then you're going to go back and test it out, make sure it works well, and then put it out in the market. It's the same cycle. It's the same feedback loop cycles. Some of them are a little bit easier to build out. Some of them are not. So these are things that you have to, just in a broader terms, but these things that you're going to have to figure in your first process building your product or service with SaaS. So I'm not going to see any. I don't know. I don't see anybody looking on the Restream to see if there's. Going to go ahead and just continue. Okay. I don't know what that was. If I don't see your messaging, I'll check it out afterwards. I'm not sure why it's not. Again, something's wrong with my connection for some weird reason. So once I acquainted and whatnot, that'll change. I'll make sure everything's working better. Back to what I was saying. So hold on a second. All right, just check that. Okay. Get back to the presentation. So scaling to 100 subscribers. So then you're going to always, that's very important to continue to do that feedback. That's going to always make it better, but you always have something that you're going to keep documentation of what you're doing. Now that you have that structure, you have paying customers, you have people that are looking for this to expand more, testimonials, whatever. Okay, you want to establish social and use groups where your target audience hangs out, your value of your MVP, so you can get it out there and expose it more to. Places like Product Hunt, places like Beta List, different places we can go to tape your or tell people of what you're doing, and you're getting real life feedback. Those are great places that you can go to, and you can leverage that social media, or you can leverage the regular Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, everywhere. I think one of the most successful ones I've seen so far is TikTok. I've really seen how fast you can get a message out there really quick, and how people are just tuning into different channels, and how they're able to really get the message, or an overall product or service out there really quick, so that they're able to go into it. It's very fascinating with that. And then that's going to, speaking of that, that's also going to get into content marketing too, where now you're seeing success on social media. Now you're creating content around the different tactics, different tips, maybe what your app does. Those things are going to be very important for your app there. So you want to make sure they're relevant to what you're doing. Make sure they address your audience's pain points. All very important there. And then one other thing is, and this is just my experience. One thing is just good to do online, and go that direction, and build organically at home, and build it publicly. But one of the another major strong points is you want to network at events. You want to advertise and network at different events in in your area, in your country, wherever, whichever is your target audience, and wherever you feel like your message would uh, um, convey. So it's a great thing to invest with those. I found the networking events, so it's very, very powerful. You attend those industry meetups and conferences, and connecting with early adopters. It's very good to do. You're able to establish that initial uh, starting base of your product or service. And then that can also lead to referral programs. Encourage those initial users to refer others, the word of mouth, by offering incentives to both parties. Offer them a commission rate, offer them a place to advertise their product, offer them. It's a lot of other ways you can do it. It's a great way to do that, and it should be in the slide too. But I'm just going to tell you guys another thing you also want to do as well, as you also want to take advantage of paid surveys, so that you're, say for example, you don't have a product or service. When you utilize paid service, you can give them like a $10 gift card, $20 gift card, 30. Some people go to up to $100 uh, gift cards in order to get. I remember when I first got started with before SaaS Development Lab, and it started from checking a little bit into the market, and where I would be, where I should focus on in that market. So what I did was I asked a few questions. What issues are you guys having? What position? How much money you're making? What status are you at right now? Where's your product at right now? I would focus on that. Now, I made a long. I'm not long. Sorry, I think it was about 10 or 12 questions, and I gave them a $10 gift card. I posted this survey on Twitter and LinkedIn, and I took about, because we have a little bit. I only had a little bit of income with me. I took about 12 different. I had space for 12 different people. Ended up going through all 12 of them within 10 minutes. It was fascinating. So much I told my friend. I was like, "Wow, dude, this is crazy." It was serious. Like, I really made a survey, paid survey, $10 money. I mean, make sure you definitely have a system to kind of avoid uh, was it false positives, meaning that might have spam or whatever case may be. You want to definitely prevent false positives. But the most important thing, actionable feedback, get daily, monthly, weekly, making sure you're able to establish that initial. So that's one thing I wanted to talk about, those paid surveys, but then also utilize your sponsors, affiliates. They can also give you the good word as well. Go to the next slide. And then finally, with this slide here, is iterating based on feedback, paid surveys, but you also want to optimize your onboarding. You're going to get to a point after you get to those 100 subscribers where now you want to, this is a product that works. This is something you want to get together. You want to build a little bit and scale a little bit further. You now want to optimize it. You want to ensure a smooth, engaging, entry experience for your new users to boost retention. Once you get to a point where your product is established, that retention is going to be more simple. Bring more people in. It's going to be about keeping the people you're currently having right then and there. Especially to that, after you get to that 100, 200 people, I'm going to keep their people because they're going to continue to build your product, so make sure you do that. And then you're going to be going through stages of messaging, different stages of what messages relate the most to your target audience. So you're going to be continuously testing and refining your market strategies and your messages and product features, just for the conversion rate, and also for what is what people are gravitating themselves to the most. Utilizing email marketing as well. You want to create that email list of people that are service, sending them targeted, value driven emails that they're going to only get from you when you subscribe to our channel, or make sure you subscribe to SaaS Development Lab, guys, by the way. It is on YouTube. And you want to make sure you have this email marketing where you're creating value daily or monthly, weekly. And you want to make sure you're continuing to build that rapport, build that retention, because once you get to those 100, 200, 300 subscribers, it's going to be about bringing more people in. You still need to bring more people in, depending on what you do, but you now want to focus your energy on keeping the current customers that you have, gaining their insight, seeing what works for them, what doesn't work for them, and working to maintain that system of people and band of friends, a band of community that you can nurture. And then finally, partner and collaborate. You can leverage partnerships with complementary brands and reach new audiences effectively. That's very important too. So like I mentioned about the referrals and affiliates, they're all very important. It's one of them. So you want to make sure you establish that, because that is a way to not only continue to build your product, you're also going to get it across other avenues that are also money makers as well. So those are all very important, guys. So yeah, man. I really appreciate you coming to the presentation. And hopefully this doesn't have that much in it, feedback or what have you. I'm going to be listening back into this so I can hear how it sounds on my end. So I'm going to definitely make some adjustments there. So if you guys have any questions, I'm going to see if I can check any of the YouTubes and see if there's anybody messaging on here, because I've gotten into this presentation. I really can't see on my end. It's very blank here. So before I do, I wanted to basically give you guys some quick frequencies. Here, and what if the MP doesn't attract any users initially? That's why I iterate based on feedback. No, and that there's no more means more refinement is needed. Pivoting to a different market, seeing if a product or feature resonates more, messaging resonates more. Everything is very important. Getting that feedback is going to be crucial, and you can do feedback across different aspects in your business too. It doesn't have to be just the product. It can also be the messaging, marketing, having people give you for it. That's going to be a great way to continue to build your make a budget for that only. I really feel like that will be very helpful. Second thing is, how do you know when to pivot and persevere with your product? This goes what I said in the first one, and that is, you want to use that user feedback and that market fit data to guide your decisions in pivoting or persisting, because that's gonna basically be your roadmap to tell you, hey, if I'm on the train tracks, I'm on train track A, and due to the light and what it tells me to do, tells me to go to the track B. I'm going to go that direction because it's going to continue to have me to continue to go at the same momentum that I'm going. And you might go to another light, it might tell you to go C and then go back to B, then go back to C, then go back to D, or go back to B, C, D. Whichever it goes to, you're going to continue to go through that process, continue the steady um, with the momentum that your product is going to start to flourish. So yeah, that's one thing to keep in mind. And then I reach 100 subscribers without a marketing budget. And yes, you can. I mean, when you leverage organic growth strategies and networking and focus on that product value, these are the ways that you can essentially do it in the first beginning stages. And a lot that are bootstrapping, they have to go this route. It doesn't matter. And that's how they establish your companies there. So one second, guys. I'm gonna see if I can find comments here on my end and see if there's anybody messaging here for my phone, because my laptop is just so slow. I'm so sorry that you guys are going through that. Okay, someone's. Let me see if this is working. So let's see what we got here. All right, cool, 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 cool. All right, no there. All right, cool. I'm just checking a couple things, guys. So bear with me one. Let's see if there's any questions going on. I gotta have to do this from the phone because just on now. I don't know why it's not showing up for me. Let me see. Let me try it this way. Nice. All right, there we go. All right, nothing there. Okay, cool. All right, guys. Wanted to just make this presentation and just show you guys what this is about and where you can utilize in your own ideas and dreams and aspirations and turn it into something that's money. Be able to create that financial freedom that you wanted. These are things that you can definitely. Uh, every single business goes through of having to know their ideal market. It's not, but once you get to that point where you get to that product market fit, you get to that balance point. These are the ways that your business can grow, flourish, and you're able to build generational health, uh, generational health for your family. So again, I appreciate listen to my presentation. I'm gonna go to the last. Comment down below in the YouTube, also in the if you like this presentation on other topics as well. I would love to hear from you guys, and just if you guys want to skyrocket your SaaS product days, I'm bringing in people, and book. You can book a one-on-one strategy session with me. I can be able to help you out at SAS Development Lab and turn vision to reality. We'll talk about strategies and the plans we can create for you, and see what we can do. See if you're qualified, and see if everything is working out on your end, and be able to set you up for success. So you can visit sasdevelopmentlab.com to schedule a session. You can also go to that QR code at the bottom to go to the site and also book your appointment there. And I am creating a course. And other people say, "Oh, he's creating another online course." I am creating a course where I will be speaking more so on how to create your user base of 100 users in 90 days. So definitely reach out to me on and be able to furthermore help you through that process and bring it to a peace of mind and serenity that you're like, now I'm able to be successful in my own career and my own life and my own business, and be able to, get out of the stress that you're dealing with your life, and move from there. So thanks, guys. I really appreciate you guys listening to this presentation. And this is more of a cookie cutter presentation. I had a different color scheme and design, but unfortunately, it got cut through the copyright. So I had to kind of make it very vanilla as I could. So if you guys want me to do this presentation again, I can. But this one also on Facebook. Well, no, I'm going to send it on Facebook. It will live on YouTube and Twitter as well. So just keep an eye on that, guys. But until then, much for listening to this presentation, and you have a good rest of your day. See ya.